Christians. And my brother here who asked a great question, and I knew what you meant. The question is, were angels also elected by God just like men were? The answer is yes. But their position was different. Angels were all upright, all working in service to the Lord. But the Lord so chose not to uphold the steadfastness and the fidelity of the demons who fell from their first estate. And again, God was under no obligation to uphold them. But he did uphold the servitude and the faithfulness of the angels who did not fall, who held on to their first estate. They did so by the power of God. However, to the demons, those angels who fell, God, having no obligation to sustain them, he also offered them no way to repent. It is clear from God's dealings with the angels that men should have a better understanding of their standing before God. Those of us who were elected to salvation, we came to faith not because of our free will or because of our intelligence or how smart we are. It was simply by God's grace, which he is under no obligation to extend to us. There are those who, the greater part of mankind, will never come to faith. And even though the command goes out to them to repent and turn from their sins, the only way that can be done is through intervention on the part of God, which God is under no obligation to provide support or aid to any, which is why those of us who receive his salvation are grateful and offer it to him the sacrifice of praise and worship. Mankind, especially amongst Christians, have a hard time understanding that God can do what he wants, and that if God were to be absolutely fair, with absolute equity and purity, all men would be condemned to hell and confined there for eternity. But he chose to step in and save some, which is totally his right to do, because we are all his creation, the righteous as well as the unrighteous, and he can do and dispose of us as he so wills. And this is the doctrine that men hate.